Hey y'all, today I'm going to show you how to make a design simply through the absence of stitches. So here I've created a gorgeous 40-inch by 48-inch heart blanket using the Filet stitch. Okay, I'm going to show you how I made it here. Now you can see this one is a green ombre color. You can use any color that you'd like. But for the sample today, I'm going to be using a pink ombre from Red Heart. And you can see that it is a 4 weight. It's also washer dryer safe. It's perfect for a blanket. So for the sample today, I have chained up 26, right? Now I will put in the description box how to make the pattern for the blanket. But here I'm just going to show you how to make the hearts here. Okay, so we get started on the third chain from your hook. We're going to make a double crochet. So we wrap the yarn around our hook, we put it into the chain, we grab the yarn, pull it up. We have 3 on our loop, 3 loops on our hook. Grab the yarn and pull it through 2 of them. Grab the yarn and pull it through 2. That's the double crochet. So we're going to put 1 double crochet into each one of our chains here, all the way down to the end of the starting chain. So if we have 26 chains, when we get done, we should have 25 double crochets. And again, this is always the hard part because there's just not a whole lot of yarn to hold on to. So just do your best to get through the foundation row. Okay. Now with this project, it is one that you're going to want to pay attention to, the count. Okay. It's easy to skip a stitch if you're not paying attention. And our design, you need to really watch the count, otherwise it's not going to work out right. Now, I am talking from experience here because when I was making my big green blanket, I was watching one of my Korean drama programs, which is subtitled, so I was a little distracted and I had to end up taking out some of my stitches. So anyways, when you get down to the end here, chain 2, turn the work. That's going to count as your first double crochet. Okay, so we're not going to go into this space. We're going to go into this space. We're going to make another row of double crochets all the way across. Alrighty, so I have my 2 rows of double crochet. That's going to be our foundation. Next, we're going to chain up 2, turn our work, and that one counts as a stitch. So we'll say that that one is 1. We're going to put in 5 more. So 2, 3. So we're going to have 6 stitches total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So that's going to act as our border on this side of our heart. Okay. Next, we're going to put 6 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm going to show you how to do the fillet stitch, which in my opinion is probably one of the easiest stitches to do in crochet. All we do simply is chain one, and skip one. So we're going to skip this stitch here and make our double crochet into the stitch next to it. So you can see essentially we've made a hole. Ta-da! And that's the fillet stitch. On this side, we're going to make 6 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and that'll end the heart section of it. And then we have our 6 stitches for our border. All right, so next we're going to chain up 2 and turn our work. Here we're going to put in our border. So we have our 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to crochet another 5 double crochets here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and that will get us to our fillet stitch from the row before. And here we're going to make a fillet stitch. So we chain 1, we skip 1. So we're going to make our double crochet right into this space here. Okay, now we're going to make another fillet stitch. So we chain 1, we skip 1, and we make our double crochet into the stitch next to it. Now we're just going to double crochet all the way down to the end of the row. Whoops. And then we'll chain 2 and turn our work. I'll meet you back at the end. All right, we're going to start our 3rd row of our heart here. So we chain 2, we turn it. We're going to make our border of our 6 double crochets with the first chain 2 counting as our first double crochet. So we have our chain and then we add in 5. All right. Next, for this row, we're going to double crochet 3 stitches before we do our first fillet. So 1, 2, and 3. And now we'll do a fillet stitch. So we chain 1, we skip 1, and we put our double crochet into the stitch next to that. Okay. Now we're going to put 4 more stitches. So we have a total of 5 stitches after our first fillet stitch. So 3, 4, and 5. Okay, should be looking like this so far. Now we do a fillet stitch, so we chain 1 and skip 1 and put our double crochet into the stitch next to that. Okay, then we just double crochet to the end of the row. So this is our three stitches here for our heart section, and then our 6 stitches for our border. All right, now we're going to chain up 2, turn our work, and we're going to make the border on this side. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. All right. Now for our next step in our heart, we're going to make 1 double crochet. Okay, then we're going to make our fillet stitch. So we chain 1, we skip 1, and we're going to put 9 double crochets now. So that's our first. So that's 1, 2, we just go into that hole, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we're over to our next hole, and we just go right into that space. Okay, now we chain 1 and we skip 1 for our fillet stitch. Okay, so your work should be looking like this so far. See how your heart's starting to take shape? And now we're just going to add our border stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Chain 2, turn your work, make your border. All right, and now we're going to put 1 stitch. Our fillet stitch is going right on top of our fillet stitch from the row before. Okay, so it's going to look like that. I'm just going to stack them. We're going to put 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to make another fillet stitch, so we chain 1 and skip 1. We're going to put 4 on this side. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we're going to make our fillet stitch on top of our fillet stitch from the row before. Okay, and then we're going to just double crochet to the end of the row. See how it's starting to really take shape here. We'll chain 2 and do our border. My yarn is getting caught. All right, so we have our 6 stitches here for our border. Okay, now this is the last row of our heart. So we're going to put 1, 2, 3 stitches before we do our fillet stitch. And here we have 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to make our next fillet stitch. So we chain 1 and we skip 1. And we repeat the same thing that we did leading up to it. So we have the 3 stitches, 1, 2, and 3. And that finishes the heart section. Just continue on over here for the border. And then I put, for symmetry, the 2 rows of double crochet on the top, so that way it can really be balanced out, right? So once you get your 2 rows of double crochet right here, then you'll be done with the sample of how to make the heart shape using the fillet stitch. So see, you really did make a design through the absence of stitches, huh? So I'll just work the others off camera. And so once you've got the 2 rows of double crochets on the top and the bottom, that's acting as the border, the 6 stitches on the side, ta-da! You've created your heart. All right, well, again, I will put the pattern that I created for my heart blanket in the description. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.